Hi. Hello. Good morning. Time for more Hans. But before we get into the CM runs, I do have to get rid of my happy. Is this really necessary? Probably not, but it bothers me if I don't, so here we are. Hope you're having a very nice day today, by the way. As you can probably tell, I've been feeling much better. So, starting Monday, I will indeed be back to the normal streams when I'm actually playing more than just Uma. And I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. I have been very much looking forward to Monster Hunter stories. Only Hans. Yes, Foxy. Only Hans. Wait, that sounds like a website that shouldn't exist. No, not Only Hans. Anything but Only Hans. Do not let the Hanses ruin their lives by posting compromising pictures of themselves online. We do not need that. Alright. With that little side quest out the way, it is time for the champions meeting. I'm gonna Tama scream. It fits. But honestly, I'm scared. It's been going too well. At some point, my luck has to turn. And I fear that will be in the finals. I really feel that my luck will have to turn exactly in the finals. Oh well, speaking of luck, so many bad moods over here. What happened? Anyone new speaking? Yes. Have you been really into anything lately? I started cutting carrots into little stars for dinner. Just decided to try it one day, and now they're a big hit. Word is that you're good at games. I don't know about good. I mean, I play whenever I got free time, but that's all. Yeah, I feel that. You know what? Yeah. Taishin really is my spirit animal. I feel that. I think the quiz result was correct. Just gonna keep an open mind and be neutral about the finals, because with how this whole CM has been going, I still think it's all up in the air. You know what? Very fair. I can only hope that, because I'm running very strong horses, meta-wise, that I'll just win. That is the hope. But as we all know, Umamusume is an RNG game. At any point, I could get triple late start, get stuck, and lose regardless of my build. But anyway, we should probably not think about that too much. Worrying will definitely get us nowhere. For now, we can hope that Tama doesn't miss out on her ulti. She's very far up. It is entirely possible for her to get her ulti activated on third, since that one Kita-san seems to be slowing down quite a bit. She's activated Radiant Star as well, and in the closer corners. Kita-san is actually probably gonna start fucking flying soon enough. She might get a big speed carryover. So I have a feeling that Ama might start running them down, though, as we can all see, it does not matter. It's my horses that are winning. Surely we are not going to get jump scared by Narita Taishin right at the end of the race. For once I say that with full confidence, because I do not see her moving up. And there's our ulti in third. Or Tama ulti. It seems like she might not catch up to Mihono Bourbon. To Choco Bourbon. Yep. Bourbon wins. This seems about fair. Yeah, that's normally I would say... in other games, I might say that this is an auspicious start, but honestly... rather than auspicious, it's a bit suspicious. Let's see. Someone called Eek. Yup. Someone called Eek. And they're running Bourbon and 2 end closers. Well, the other person is running Kita-san and 2 end closers. This is an end-heavy lobby. SS plus gold ship, yup. Is there a secret to your strength? Don't think of yourself as strong? This is indeed an SS plus gold ship. Max speed, max power, no long S, thankfully. And a lot of mid-game skills. I don't know what to make of that gold ship. I'm not gonna lie. Normally gold ship is best when she's slightly weaker than her adversaries because of how her ulti works. So all of them mid-game might end up hurting her. On the other hand, it's really easy for Gold Ship to be on 6th in this lobby, since all she needs to do is be behind one of the end closers, which right now appears to be Maitama that's in front of the end closer pack. Also, there are indeed 3 menaces in here. We need to watch out for them. We know how good Tama can be. Also, Maitama doesn't have an ulti for quite a while, it seems. He seems to be holding on to that fifth place very well. Okay, our Choco Bourbon is trying to move up. Yeah, there is that Radiant Star as well from Tama. So the front is a battle between 2 Choco Bourbon, theirs being the one on first place. Both Kita-sans have failed at taking a position in first or second spot. And Gold Ship activated the Radiant Star at the perfect spot, really. So did... well, actually no, our Bourbon activated it a bit late. We might not catch up to the other Choco Bourbon. I can see that being a real issue. Well, here we go. They win. Goodbye, 75 carrots. Alright, let's see what they have. Yeah, nothing too special, just long guess, high-ish width. Could be higher. Obviously, my bourbon's width is lower. Consistent groundwork activations. Just a generally good bourbon. Though, honestly, I feel like my one should have won, so... Mood diff sounds fair. I do feel like my one is just better, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. See, this is what I'm saying. RNG game. Sometimes you just lose, and you really feel like you shouldn't have, but it's just how it is. What? Yuji Kita-san.
ライバルたちは強力ですが、構想を期待したいですね。後方からの豪快な追い込みを見せてほしいですね。
Another enclosure dominated lobby. Let's see this one. Max speed, max stamina, good power, good width, long gas. Barcaroll. All of the stuff you'd expect. Just focus. But slightly low on the stamina skill side. He might not have enough if they just activate Radiant Star. If they don't activate Radiant Star, sorry. Obviously, Radiant Star being a stamina skill as well will... well, a gold stamina skill at that will make it so they have more than enough stamina, but it can always just not activate. Like every other skill out there. The other Kita-san activated Blast Forward right off the bat, which definitely helped with their early game positioning. I now realize there is also a Seiyun Sky in here.
続きましたセイウンスカイ4番北三ブラック上がっていきます第4コーナーカーブ現在1番手は4番北三ブラック続いてセイウンスカイ3番手にはミホノブルボンそして1番
I think we have a very decent shot at taking a lead from them, but at the same time I don't think my Kita-san can take the other Kita-san's spot. I don't think my Kita-san's mid-game is that strong. It is possible, obviously. We were just talking about RNG. I just find it slightly unlikely. Oh yeah, I finished making my Rodol for the next CM. She's great. I'm gonna show her to you after the CM runs. She is a perfect targeted fuck you to Christmas Oguri in particular. Oh, here comes Tama. And there goes Tama, blocked by my own Kita-san. Hey. Kita-san just sabotaged our entire operation. Can't believe this. Can't believe you've done this, Kita-san. Surprise, surprise. We could have won if Kita-san wasn't such a traitor. I see you there, you little fucking traitor. But, oh well, we lost to the UG. Yeah, I really think she would have. She lost so much acceleration due to that block. But, you know how it is. When you're stuck, you're stuck. And that's just it. A lot of fronts in this lobby. Well, it's gonna be between my bourbon and their bourbon, cause as we've seen, whenever there's two bourbons in the room, Kita-san doesn't have much of a chance of getting to the front. Though it is not impossible. It is possible, just unlikely. Nope, there goes my Kita-san with blast forward at the start of the race in an attempt to help with her early game positioning. It did help a bit, but early game is not the problem here. Never has been. Ama is quarreling with her doppelganger, as you might expect. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why are you rushed? Chill out. Be fine. Tama just activated like 5 skills in rapid succession. Yeah, would you look at that? Kita-san is in, or was in first. Quite a bit there. Radiant Star for Kita-san. I don't know if she ever activated both of, but now we know for sure that she has the stamina. I'd like to see Tama's ulti activate before the other Tama passes her and she can't activate her ulti anymore. No? Okay. I see how it is, Tama. Still salty about Kita-san blocking you, huh? That's fair. That's fair. I would be too.
5番北3ブラック戦闘を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか。
5番北3ブラック
That bourbon is closing in,
第4コーナー
and I do not enjoy that.
一気にレースが動きます。
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。さあこれから坂右側の舞台はこれから坂がある。7番
And that other Tama is also
すごい足だ。200を通過。9番
doing stuff that I do not like.
並んできた。9番玉もクロス。
Oh! We get our ulti! Very late, but still very welcome.
7番玉もクロス追い込んでくる。9番玉もクロス。7番玉もクロス。もう滑るように。
It's the other Tama that one. She's not that different from my own Tama. She does have a little bit more speed due to her skills, but she's not all that different. You know what? This is indeed an auspicious start. We might be doing good in finals if it keeps going like this. Alright, let's see. Mejiro Ryan. That's not someone you expect to see in here. Frontrunner dominated lobby. I will check the magazine thing after the race. I just remembered. Because we might see some new horses. There is Seiyun Sky and Mejiro Ryan in this race. They might have something interesting to say. Though, knowing what Mejiro Ryan is like, it's probably something muscle.
通常運転中エラーを検知巨大チョコ発見
We gotta get that chocolate.
産物を取得しました
The chocolate cannot be allowed to exist in that form.
先頭集団を形成しています7番日本のブルボン快調に飛ばしていきます第4コーナーカーブ先頭から後方まで縦長の展開だ
各自自分のペースを保っているようですね。
順位を振り返っていきます現在1番手は7番日本のブルボン続いて3番日本のブルボンその後ろ5番北サンブラックその後ろにセイウンスカイ
Oh yeah. Bourbon versus bourbon. Chocolate versus chocolate. But which is the better chocolate? Mine or theirs?
果たしてどうでしょうか
焦っているみたいですね。前との距離が気になるのでしょうか。
先頭3番日本のブルボンレース
I'm gonna say it's mine.
続きました7番日本のブルボンセイウンス
But
カイ3番手5番北サンブラック
and I'm obviously not at all biased. So you should listen to me, definitely.
5番北サンブラックすぐに続いてセイウンスカイ4馬身離れて8番北サンブラック大きく離れてゴールドシップ1馬身離れてメジロライアンその後ろに成田大臣2周目の向こう正面各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています依然先頭は7番日本のブルボン
Radiant Star from Tama. She's gonna get a good start on that late race, but she's not gonna get her ulti.
残り1000メートルを通過その後3、4馬身開いてゴールドシップその後ろメジロライアン2馬身3馬身開いてタマモクロス少し離れて成田大臣意気揚々と先頭を行きます7番日本のブルボンどうでしょうこの展開
And our Choco Bourbon is
第4コーナーを進んで
kind of starting to run away with it.
最後の直線へとかけていきます。
まだ差があるここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのかこの直線で勝負が決まるぞ最終コーナーを曲がって最初に駆け抜けてきたのは7番日本のブルボン3番
And I think she's just gonna run away with it. Period.
おせっかの白い稲妻とは
Looking at how spread out the other runners are, I think she doesn't have anything to worry about. Yeah.
速度の最適化に成功。完璧な調理完了です。
Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's see. There we go, Major Orion. What do you do when you want to relax? I like reading comics, though they're not very relaxing because they always get me so fired up. You know? Fair enough. You know, there really isn't much difference between getting 4 wins and 2 wins as compared to getting 4 wins and 5 wins. Because going from 4 wins to 5 wins is an entire 75 carats. That is massive. But let's get back to it. Major McQueen and Grass Wonder Fantasy. I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing one Kita-san.
6番タマモクロス3番人気です。
まずまずの仕上がりですね。後方からの豪快な追い込みを。
Okay, I want to see Major McQueen here. They can't activate groundwork. No, Grass Wonder is a survival horse. The fantasy version isn't a very good debuffer. She doesn't really come with debuffs. This is probably just something random they picked up during career. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this was just their best long horse. You might think her stamina is lacking, but her heal is massive, so if they get to activate it, she won't have stamina issues, even in this race. I think. I'm using her heal on Tama for a reason. Because even when inherited, it's quite a massive heal. Can actually tell you numbers too. Superior heal is a 0.075 stamina recovery when Grass Wonder uses it, and a 0.035 stamina recovery when anyone else is using it. Now, we compare this with Swinging Maestro, we will find out that her heal when Grass Wonder is using it is actually just bigger, where Swinging Maestro is a 0.05. Now a silver skill is, I believe, 0.15? Yes, 0.015. So for anyone else other than Grass Wonder, her skill is like having 2 white skills. And for Grass Wonder herself, her skill is like having 1 gold, 1 white, and then some extra. Anyway, my frontrunners are in front. I know. How very unexpected.
現在1番手は日本のブルボン、2番北サンブラック、追走3番手にレジルマックイーン、その後8番北サンブラック。
McQueen was, or rather is in the process of trying to scam my frontrunners out of their victory cheer. She's pushing up real hard behind them there. Meow? My cat is meowing like she's never meowed before.
2番北サンブラック、彼女の客室には合っていますね。
まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
まだ差がある。ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。この直線で勝負が決まるぞ。さあ、レッカセカ、2番。
I do believe Tama might win this, but Kita-san is doing perfectly well as well. No, Tama, you know, is just behind Bourbon. Bourbon's in like second right now, I think. Whee! I'm not gonna lie, I am actually surprised by that McQueen's performance here. He did fucking great. Actually amazing. It said you're very knowledgeable about Japanese culture. I wouldn't say so. The more you learn about Japanese culture, the more you realize how little you truly know. That applies to any field. Let's see. Ah, ain't no way. I was sure I was gonna see at least one win on that Major McQueen. Huh. No, she's still doing great. Probably because all she has access to is mid-game, so... She has the mid-game to kind of attempt to mess with the frontrunners. I might get punished for this, but I think we're looking at a free win. Anyway, how's your favorite cat doing? Great, we took a nap together yesterday. The weather was nice. How do you rate your form on a scale of 1 to 100? Your trainer worked really hard for this, so 100. She's so cute. What do you mean they gave her the title Iron Uma? Why? Why a silver title? What happened here? Why is Rice Shower being disrespected?
さあゲートが開いた。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いはセイウンスカイ、ミホノブルボン、北サンブラック、期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気北サンブラック、セイウンスカイ快調に飛ばしていきます。長丁場のこのレースですが、セイウンスカイ早くも先頭に躍り出た。続いてミホノブルボン、早くも激しい競り合い。北サンブラック、ここにいた。大きく離れてスーパークリーク、あとはライトシャワー。
We're going a bit wide. Thanks to Operation Cacao, we were able to move to the first place of Kita-san. And speaking of, time for Bourbon to steal that away.
しました。
順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番手は北サンブラック、続きました日本のブルボン、セイウンスカイ3番手、後ろライズ
You
シャ
know,
ワー、それを見るようにスーパー
it is now,
5馬身離れて
after building the
4番
Rudolph,
タマモクロス、まずは一周目
I realized I could have built my
その後ろに3番タマモク
my
ロス、
Asian Flash. I do have Valentine Asian Flash.
意気揚々と先頭を行きます日本のブルボン、どうでしょう
I could have built her instead of Rudolph.
息を入れるタイミング
Not regretting building Rudolph though. I haven't used her in any CM before, so
1馬身離れてセイウンスカイ1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。
that was the reason I built her. I do like Rudolph a lot.
1馬身差セイウンスカイ、後ろスーパークリーク、1馬身差ライズシャワー、その後ろから4番タマモクロス、その後マンハッタンカフェ、そして
Tama is in fourth.
3番タマモクロス、後方2番手に成田大使、
Tama is doing that thing where she keeps activating skills at just the right time to
リホノブルボン
keep moving up.
いますね。
2周目の向こう上面各馬娘たちの動き
I do like it when she does that.
依然先頭は日本のブルボン、2馬身3馬身
That is what I want to see from her.
さあさあお待たせお祭り娘。先駆けコメントわっしょいわっしょい。
And to find out if Kita-san ever activated any stamina skills.
残り 1000m 通過、2馬身3馬身開いて
The answer is no.
マンハッタンカフェ、その内並んでスーパークリーク、その後ろからライズシャワー、あとは3番
Fine, she'll feed our Tama's nimble navigator. Not that it matters. Barbon would have won this anyway. Nobody else is moving up. Everyone is just standing still.
目が離せません。
じりじり詰める4番タマモクロス、まだ差がある。ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。最後のコーナー
I think maybe that cafe is moving up a little bit, but debatable.
稲妻とはうちのことや。
外から飛んできたのは4番タマモクロス、4番タマモクロス。
What? They all activated Radiant Star in the late game.
残り2角、日本のブルボン食い下がる3番手争いは3番タマモクロス、マンハッタンカフェ、強さを見せつけて4番タマモクロス、ゴール板を
見たか。これがなにわのど根性や。
Yeah. Guess I was right. Better than Kita-san just dying. Free win was free win. Pace Chaser? Daiwa Scarlet?
3番タマモクロス、
Hey.
一番人気です。
パドックでも注目を集める素晴らしい仕上がりですね。芝のコ
What?
ースで力を十分発揮できそうですね。
Oh, she barely has any skills, too. No wonder she's A+. Oh, this trainer does not win races, huh? Oh, God. Oh. Sorry about that. I sneezed, so now I have to blow my nose. Alright. What do we have here on this Kita-san? View from the lead and Operation Cacao. Yeah, I see it. They're working very hard to make sure she stays in the lead. Alright, let's get into... Wait. Ayabe has something to say. Did you happen to receive an encouraging opera from anyone? I think this interviewer knows exactly what the reply would be to that one. Yes, I was a little confused when it woke me from my sleep. Well, good job, Temo Pro. You are an adequate alarm clock.
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは日本のブルボン、2番北サンブラック、1番北サンブラック、3番タマモクロス、現在最高峰。失策、はたまた狙い通りか。
これはきっと作戦でしょう。彼女には爆発的な末脚があります。
2番北サンブラック、会長に
Alright, Kita-san is hopefully gonna stay in that lead.
自分のペースを保っているようですね。
通常運転中。エラーを検知。巨大チョコ発見。たあ、副産物を取得しました。
If you don't let the other Kita-san get in front, big if, she will lose access to two of her skills, which, in my opinion, would be very, very nice. On the other hand, I can't exactly count on my own Kita-san to not fall behind ever. Also keep in mind there is a Pace Chaser Daiwa Scarlet in here, which it seems like they did that entirely because they wanted the recovery skills. So sadly that does mean that Daiwa Scarlet does not have an ultimate. Radiant Star from Tama. And from Bourbon. Bourbon actually activated it at a pretty damn nice spot. Well, the other Kita-san never made it to the front. Please don't get blocked. Excellent. Nimble Navigator activates too. And with that Tama being slightly ahead of us, of our own Tama, she gets her ulti activated late. Problem, she is still being a menace. And did just activate her ulti. It is entirely possible that we lose to the other Tama. And in fact, I think it's gonna happen. It did happen. Taste of my own medicine. Yep. They activated Radiant Star at the perfect moment just before the late race. It was a very fortuitous activation. Hello, Blazemon. I am glad to let you know that I am losing more. I know, it sounds fucking weird, but it's making me a lot more hopeful about the finals. Honestly, I've just been having really bad luck. Not even with the other runners. Like, sure, I saw one UG, but my Tama would have won if my own Kita-san didn't block her and push her backwards. Okay, we've seen those. Have you started your runs for the day? More like it was only a matter of time. It really was. Foxy is correct. Out of all those frontrunners, it's gotta be the enemy Kita-san that takes lead. Some of these losses were heavily RNG though. Oh yeah, for sure. 1馬審査マヤのトップガンゴールドシップ並んでくる1馬身離れてタマモクロス1馬審査スペシャルウィークその後成田大使ゴールドシップ果たしてどうでしょうか馬場状態を確認しながら走っている感じですねまだ And Bourbon, what are you doing? Eat some chocolate and get the fuck running. There's a spare. Wait, there's John Umamusume in here? Yeah, there is. Look at her. John Umamusume is running with us. I feel so honored. そしてそのうち里のダイヤモンド外を回ってマヤのトップガン2馬身差タマモクロス内でスペシャルウィークその後3、4馬身開いて成田大使4番北サンブランク先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか4番北サンブラック彼女の客室には合っていますねさあ1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていく馬娘たち先頭は相変わらず4番北サンブラック That was gonna start moving up really quickly. Hopefully that means she also gets her ulti activated. Oh, he was not able to pass. Well, fuck. レースはよどみなく進んでいます2馬身離れて9番北サンブランクその後3、4馬身開いてさあお待たせお祭り娘先駆けコメントわっしゃいわっしゃいさらにゴールドシップ残り 1000m を通過いくれいくれいくれ先行石火の白い稲妻とは I saw Maya activate no stopping me. We might be a bit cooked. Though, the one that seems to be moving the most is my own Tama. So, I don't know what's going on there. Here comes the gold ship! We got gold sheet. I couldn't see what she activated. But if there were any pertinent gold skills. Got a good guts Ayaberan. Oh, do tell. Ah, hell, it's Guts Gold Ship. Ah, look at that. 4 Guts cards. And 2 Speed cards. Yeah, Nimble Navigator in straightaway spot. Guess it could be enough. Guts does technically influence your final spot speed. You know what? Yeah, fair enough. Personally, Playsmon, I had a very good Symbol Rudolph run. I made her as a very gambly ace, mine. She is basically the ultimate gambler. Has on your left, has no stopping me, and Radiant Star, ultimate gambler Rudolph. But she is also a targeted, very specific fuck you, aimed straight at Christmas Augury. By which I mean she has Dominator and Hesitant Pace Chasers. Megiro Bright. Alpaca Arden is using Megiro Bright. They built a new Ayabe Late Surger and she's good. So you are actually building her as a Late Surger. Fair. Yeah, she's gonna be a gambler. Like, all of the acceleration skills that you're getting as a Late Surger are going to be gamble skills. But end closers have access to exactly no stopping me, and that's it for that course. Well, no stopping me in Radiant Star. So if you're gonna be gambling anyway, you might as well gamble with more, right? Well, I say that, but you know, they still have access. The late surgers also have access to a unique as well. And the end closers also would, but you know, you can just stack more of them in an effort to have at least one of them activate on late surgers. Realistically, if you were able to, I think the best build for a late surger would be to have Maruzensky's ulti. Normal Maruzensky, that is. And Megiro Arden's ulti, so you could snipe more possessions. It's a bit silly. It's just a contingency too. It's not gonna be very consistent on probably not gonna activate both of them almost ever at a time where they're both relevant. But it is something you could do. I wouldn't do it myself, mostly because I don't want to get a pattern. Use Megiro Dober. Sorry, did I say Arden? I meant to say Dober. Yes, Megiro Dober's ulti. Moving past and beyond. That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of. And Narita Bryan. Yeah, Narita Bryan would be pretty good actually. Narita Bryan's ulti could cool, Joker. Shut up, Foxy. Narita Bryan's ulti could actually help a lot, since the final corner is relatively quite deep actually in the late race. It's a very well-placed velocity skill. I can see that working for you.
しまうのか。先頭は日本のブルボン。
Stay away, Narita Taishin.
日本のブルボン着差以上の強さを見せた。
速度の最適
I might like you, but I don't like you enough to be happy when you when you win a race against me. Which runners would you call your rivals right now? Figure it out yourself. Ah! We're rooting for you to win the race. Thanks, I guess. You're really into this, huh? Okay, you know what? Narita Taishin really is my spirit animal, huh? Beeline burst. Yeah, I guess they would have to gamble with stuff like that. If they wanted to put Narita Bryan in here. Almost got Gold Shade. Yeesh! Well, glad it's almost and not actually.
感謝を 出走登録するウマ娘を3人選んでください。
Alright, next.
やったら
You got Group A yesterday, right? Right, Blazeman? Nice. Just wanted to make sure I remember that correctly.
4番人気9
But
番
also,
タマモクロス。
ライバルたちは強力ですが
once again,
競争を期待したいですね。この子の
I fucking
持久力を
told you you
見
would.
せつけるには絶好の舞台ですよ。
I see Yuji Oguri. Don't worry about it.
足もスタートです。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いはマルゼンスキー、4番ニホノブルボン、8番ニホノブルボン、タマモクロス。
Play sixth.
ちょっと前に出ましたね。
期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気7番北サンブラン。
Was it at least a UG that one?
会長に飛ばして行きます。先頭から後方まで間延びした展開です。
後方の馬娘が差し返せるのか気になる開きです。
さあ激しい先行争いで前に出て
Damn.
通常運転中エラーを検知巨大
That
チョコ
is actually surprising.
た
What are they doing? Just normal pace chase Saruguri? Or were they doing some like
2番の位置で先頭を伺うのは
front runner
ニホノブルボン
or end closer?
北サンブランク。ここにいた第4コーナーカーブ。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。
The UG for Oguri stands for Ultra Giant
マルゼンスキー
because of her enormous appetite. Oh yeah, she is just
4番ニホノブルボン
she is just that wide. They had to create a new size for
そ
her.
の後ろにゴールドチップ、外にはタマモクロス、少し後ろからアドマイヤーベガ、1周目のスタンド前にかかっていく。意気揚々と先頭を行きますマルゼンスキー。どうでしょうこの展開。
かかってしまっているかもしれません。一息つけるといいですが。
先頭マルゼンスキー。レースはよどみなく進んでいます。
The Oguri won by being so wide she blocked everyone behind her.
7番北サンブランク、4番手。その後ろに4番
Pace Christmas Oguri with long ass. Yeah, fair
さ
enough.
らに2番北サンブランク。1馬審査
I guess they just got a lucky activation on their stamina skills.
北サンブランク。
A festive miracle.
離れて4番ニホノブルボン。
That'll
そ
happen.
の後ライズシャワー、さらにゴールドチップ、1馬身離れてタマモクロス、そしてその内から行ったのはアドマイヤーベガ。2周目の向こう上面に入って変わらず先頭を突き進みます。2番北サンブランク。先頭は依然2番
Tama is
北サン
just
ブランク。
not doing much this race, huh?
1馬身離れて8番ニホノブルボン。3番手にマルゼンスキー。
In fact, none of my horses are.
ニホノブルボン。さらには7番北サンブランク。 残り 1000m を通過。4馬身離れてライズシャワー、そしてその後方にはゴールドシップ、その後ろからタマモクロス、2馬身差アドマイヤベガ、2番北サンブラック。先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。
2番北サンブラック、彼女の客室には合っていますね。
Radiant Star.
第4コーナーカーブ。
Is that going to be enough? Is that going to push Tama to victory?
まだ1馬身以上の差が
Probably not.
捉えることができるのか。
But we can always hope.
最初に立ち上がったのは2番北サンブラック。2番北サンブラック、強すぎる。完全に抜け出した。200を通過。2番北サンブラック。
いくれいくれいくれ、電光石火の白い稲妻とは。
You know, for once, neither of my horses actually got victory chair. Nope, second.
最後意地を見せ。
あとちょびっとやったな。
Alright, let's see this ulti too late. Yeah, of course. I mean, it happens. Yeah, you know, I see why. I wouldn't take center stage though, but I see why. Hello, Igneous. Dope. Damn, that's a lot of white skills. Go with the flow. I guess it works. If it works, it works. How are you doing, Igneous? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, now that sounds like a you problem, doesn't it?
4番人気は9番タマモ。
And here,
ライバルたちは強力ですが、
and here I was thinking I would finally break your streak, because I was only gonna be on for another hour or so. Damn. Can't believe you made it in time. Damn, damn, damn. Moneymaker. Okay. Okay, this is funny. I like this. They went for the silver title just because it's triple moneymaker. Also, Moneymaker Tama is hilarious. Moneymaker Brokey. Thank you for the hydrate, Igneous.
次へとつなぐ大事なスタートです。各馬娘、綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いは日本のブルボン、8番北サンブラック、2番北サンブラック、期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気7番成田大臣。長丁場のこのレースですが、8番北サンブラック、早くも先頭に躍り出た。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは2番。
I am now slightly more hydrated than I was before.
2馬身差日本のブルボン、4番手にナイスネイチャー、すぐに続いて6番成田大臣、少し離れて4番タマモクロス、1馬身差オグリーキャップ、それを見るように7番成田大臣、第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。前から大きく開きました。隊列は縦長になっています。
後方の馬娘が差し
I see that nice nature.
順位を振り返っていきます。
I can only imagine that she's some kind of debuffer.
8番北サンブラック、後から日本のブルボン、
As much as I would hope otherwise.
1個目のホームストレッチです。5番手にナイスネイチャー、2馬身3
Yeah,
番
there's the
オ
debuffs.
グリーキャップ、1馬身差9番タマモクロス、その後ろに7番成田大臣、1馬身差4番タマモクロス、7番成田大臣、果たしてどうでしょうか。
馬場状態を確認しながら走っている感じですね。まだ本気ではないですよ。
Choco Bourbon moving
そ
to
してここ
front.
で先頭は日本のブルボン、1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっ
I
てい
would
きます。
very much appreciate if my Kita-san would do the same.
巨大チョコ発見。たー副産物を取得しました。
さら らにミホノブルボ2番北3ブラック追走2馬身離れて8番北3ブラック大きく離れて6番成田大使2馬身3
I honestly don't think there's a good chance that Tama will be killed by debuff, so
並んできた7番成田大使この位置につけて
this is fine.
3馬身離れて4番玉もクロス2周目の向こう上面各馬娘
She's in a good spot too in 7th.
ミホノブルボ
Oh hey, there's a breath of fresh air.
電光石火の白い稲妻とはうちのことや。
依然先頭はミホノブルボ
You know, now that she's in third and guaranteed to not activate her ulti, we know for a fact that she's going to not die out of, because of stamina. Oh, Radiant Star. Alright, I see you, Kita-san. You know, I just had to say it. I said she wasn't gonna activate Radiant Star, Victory Chair, and she activated Radiant Star just to run forward and still catch the activation window. Spiteful little shit, huh?
内から来るか外から来るか最後の局面です。
勝負は最後の直線に持ち越された。まだ差がある。ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。気持ちよく逃げている。
Narita Taishin behind us also activated Radiant Star.
そこから上がってきたのは9番玉もクロス。追い上げてくる子はまだ2馬身後ろ。3番手争いは6番成田大使。小栗キャプテン。
But
残り200。9番
she's not getting this.
完全に抜け出した。9番玉もクロス。体勢有利か。
Holy shit, I just got jump scared by End Closer Oguri Cap. Did you see that?
見たか。これが何話のド根性や。
Way! Emperor's Divine Might. Nimble Navigator, yeah, she does come with that. Straightaway Spurt, Radiant Star. And then just some end closer skills and stamina skills. With long S, though not max speed. Holy shit, if this one had max speed, I would have lost. That 45 speed that they're missing saved my life. Tama almost became Oguri Cap's meal. And yeah, you know Festive Miracles animation? Yeah, that at the end, that's not chicken. That's just a piece of her latest Uma victim. It's one of the other racers that she found in her races. No other frontrunners. So my frontrunners are running mostly free. Though we do have one pace Oguri Cap.
芝のコースで力を十分発揮できそうですね。
That is slightly confusing. Let's just get into it, and we'll see the comic after. Comic? Magazine, that's the one. The interviews. I do, by the way, see both the Mambo and the cafe. What's Tama doing there? Okay. I think Tama activated Duma Stan and just kinda zoomed forward. With all of the end and late with all of the end closers and late surgers in here, it seems very likely to activate Umastan early. I do like where it puts us though. If we have some good skill activation timings, we could just run up to Christmas Oguri.
返っていきます。先頭は変わらず日本のブルボン、続きました北サンブラック、その後からオグリーキャップ、後から9番成田大使、1周目のスタンド前にかかっていく。5番手には6番タマモクロス、その後ろに待ちかねタンホイズ、少し後ろから3番成田大使、そして1番タマモクロス、4馬身離れてマンハッタン。
My two frontrunners are doing a pretty decent job at building a lead. It's not the greatest, mind, since it's only the two of them. But it's a decent enough job. I'm surprised to see Kita-san activate Operation Cacao this late.
そしてその後ろから行くのは1番タマモクロス。2周目の向こう上面、各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています。依然として北サンブラック、1馬身離れてミホのブルボン、3馬身差オグリーキャップ、後から待ちかねタンポイズ、その後9番成田大使。
さあさあお待たせお祭り娘、先駆けコメントわっしょいわっしょ
And there's the victory cheer. And Radiant Star out of Tama, along with her ulti. She's gonna start zooming. Here comes the actual menace. No, never mind, it wasn't Tumastan. I have no idea what it was then. Anyway, hi Kita-san, bye Kita-san. There is a Taishin on my ass. I would like her to stop that. Thank you.
今勝利です。この子にかなう馬娘はいるのか。勝ったのは6番タマモクロス。ライバルに打ち勝ち、見事大きな一勝を手にしました。
見たか、これがラニワのど根性や。
As always with an end-closer dominated lobby like this, the fronts weren't gonna make it. But Tama is still a menace. I'm not sure that my fronts activated any stamina skills either. I was not paying that much attention to the skill activations. I forgot to look at the magazine. My bad, my bad. One reason not to have all fronts. Yeah. I don't like three front. I think it's I think it's a bit much. Not diversifying the running styles for the team seems a bit daft in my opinion. Now if you're making extremely strong horses, then yeah, sure, but I feel like having at least one that is not a front is definitely beneficial. We're looking forward to seeing you run like a flash of lightning out there. Zap zap. You won't find a more electrifying racer than me. You know what? She's right. She's right. She is 100% correct. Now you better fucking win after saying that.
注目しましょう。
先行争いは8番ミホノブルボン、3番北サンブラック、6番北サンブラック、8番ミホノブルボン快調に飛ばしていきます。長丁場のこのレースですが、8番ミホノブルボン早くも先頭に躍り出た。続きました6番北サンブラック、早くも激しい競り合い。さらには3番北サンブラック、あとは5番ミホノブルボン。この辺りまでで先頭集団を形成しています。先頭がやや速いのか隊列は縦長になっています。
仕掛けどころの難しいレースになりそうですね。
第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。先頭は相変わらず8番ミホノブルボン、続いて3番北サンブラック、そのうち並んで6番北サンブラック、およそ5馬身開いて5番ミホノブルボン、内からオグリキャップ、大きく離れて4番タマモクロス、1馬身離れて7番タマモクロス、3馬身差ゴールドシップ、1周目のスタンド前にかかっていく、外から行く成田大臣。
Anyway, as I was saying, sorry, I was slightly
どう
distracted.
でしょうこの展開。
かかってしまっているかもしれません。
As I was saying,
つけるといいですが
Triple Front is a legitimate strategy, and it does work, but I find it slightly daft, because you're putting all your eggs in the singular frontrunner basket.
第1コーナーは第2コーナー、依然先頭は8番ミホノブルボン、2馬身3馬身開いて3番北サンブラック、そのうち並んで6番。
And if your runners decide to just drop said basket, you're kind of
2馬
cooked.
身3馬身開いて4番タマモクロス、2馬身離れて成田大使、その後ろに7番タマモクロス、少し後ろからゴールドシップ、2周目の向こう正面、各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています。先頭は変わらず8番ミホノブルボン、2馬身3馬身開いて6番北サンブラック、1馬身離れて3番北サンブラック、5馬身離れて。
Bourbon activates Radiant Star at a very nice spot. The only problem is that she is not in second or first.
2馬身3馬身開いてオグリキャップ、残り1000メートルを
Or if you just happen to find yourself in an unfavorable lobby, this is true too. Everyone's running end closers. They're going to be speeding up the entire race and catching up to you.
内を回って成田大使、それを見るようにゴールドシップ、1馬身差7番タマモクロス、6番北サンブラック、先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。
6番北サンブラック、彼女の客室には合っていますね。
Admittedly, that is
ウマ娘たちがどう動くか、
a risk that you are running anyway, regardless of lobby. When you're running a front runner, but you know, you can slightly mitigate your risk of getting run over by an end closer by running your own menace. Speaking of menaces and end closers and front runners, Kita-san wins! Hooray! With the menace Tamamu Cross right on her heels. Mejiro Ardan and Satono Diamond.
注目の2番人気、2番タマモクロス。
一番人気こそ譲りましたが、素質
What
は
has
負けていま
pushed
せん
you
よ。
to get
後
to
方
this
からの
stage?
豪快な追い込みを見
A
せてほしいです
resilient
ね。
mind and my rivals who've honed their skills with me, I think. Moods are kinda awful. Tama's in a great mood, so hopefully she'll win. And not Satono Diamond, who's also in a great mood. I find it very unlikely that Satono Diamond is going to win, to be fair.
誰が先頭に
To
抜
be
け出すか
very
注
fair.
目しましょう。
先行争いは9番ミホノブルボン、1番ミホノブルボン、8番北サンブラック、 最高峰からのレースとなった2番タマモクロス、大丈夫か？
ちょっと苦しいけど大丈夫。ここからが彼女の実力の見せ所です。
2番タマモクロス、上がっていきます。
スタミナを切らさ
Tama
ない
mo
か心配です。
rushed.
9番ミホノブルボン、快調に飛ばしていきます。前から大きく開きました。間延び
She's in a great mood to be rushed.
エラーを検知、巨大チョコ発見。たあ、副産物を取得しました。
Great mood to be greatly rushed.
先頭は9番ミホノブルボン、単身で飛ばしていきます。続いて5番北サンブラック、まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。現在1番手は5番北サンブラック。ここで先頭が
Kita-san may have activated Bofa slightly too early, but it's not that bad.
3馬身離れて8番北サンブラック、5馬身差メジロアルダン、その後ろオグリキャップ、大きく離れて4番タマモクロス、さらには里のダイヤモンド。1周目の直線、スタンドの大歓声に迎えられながらウマ娘たちが走り抜ける。そして2番タマモクロス、意気揚々と先頭を行きます。1番ミホノブルボン、どうでしょうこの展開。
かかってしまっているかもしれません。一息つけるといいですが。
順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番手は1番ミホノブルボン、続きました5番北サンブラック、さら
Well,
に
my
9
Kita-san
番
is
ミホノブルボン、1コーナーから
keeping
2コーナーへ
on
向かう。
second
さ
for
らに
now.
は1番ミホノブルボン、5番北サンブラック、
I only hope that she's gonna move to first, and that my bourbon is going to take that second spot, so we're safe on the victory cheers. By which I mean that nobody else is gonna get them.
後ろメジロアルダン、少し後ろからオグリキャップ。2周目の向こう正面、各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています。先頭は相変わらず5番北サンブラック、1馬身差1番ミホノブルボン、あとは9番ミホノブルボン、少し離れて。さあさあ、お待たせ、お祭り娘、先駆けコメント、わっしゃ
And Tama is a little bit behind.
5番手には4番タマモクロス、残り1000メートルを通過。2馬身3馬身開いてメジロアルダン、
The other Tama has no stopping me. I think we're cooked.
後から2番タマモクロス、5番北サンブラック、先頭を進みますが、これは先頭
Scratch that. I know we're cooked. My Tama is doing nothing.
待っていますね。
第4コーナーカーブ、
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
じりじり詰める4番タマモクロス。勝負は最後の直線に持ち越された。
Speaking of menaces,
2側の舞台はこれから坂がある。
enemy menace
4番タマモクロス
coming straight for me.
4番タマモクロス、残り200。3番手争いは1番ミホノブルボン、9番ミホノブルボン、4番タマモクロス、リードは3馬身。
I gotta see their deck.
胸を張れる結果です。
X plus Tama. With no stopping me. Yeah, honestly about what I'd expect. So holy shit, I lost to a Tamamo Cross that doesn't even have long S or max speed. I'm dead.
楽しかったな。ありがとう。
I'm telling you though, this is good. This is good. We lose here, so we can win tomorrow. Does it matter if no stopping me activated? Because it's a release. It does matter. It actually does matter. If my Tama wasn't being such a little shit and actually, you know, activated her skills properly, there should have never been a way that won, even with no stopping me. It's a strong acceleration skill, but it's not that strong. It doesn't suddenly make your stat line good. UG Bourbon.
6番人気は
Here we go. There is also a Narita Bryan in here. And a Charisma Suguri. Both base chasers.
荒れた
So,
今スタートが切られ
who
ました
knows? Either way, your Tama was a little stuck. No, she just didn't. She just gave up. She wasn't even stuck. Well, rather, I guess she was stuck in the mud.
先頭集団を見ていきましょう。さあ花に立ったのは3番北サンブラック。このままリードすることができるか。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは9番ミホノブルボン。1馬審査
通常運転中エラーを検知巨大チョコ発見たー副産物を取得しました。
その外並んで4番北サンブラック。
Okay, our bourbon is in front. Tama is rushed for some reason. And Kita-san is moving slightly up, but will she be able to get into third? No. Because the other two both entered overtake mode. Right at the time when she was trying to. Yes, Foxy, yes it does have trainer written on it. On the Japanese version, it has master written on it. For some reason, when they translated it, they also fucking localized it weird. Because localizers are fucking pieces of shit nowadays. They can't even translate English words into English properly anymore. The best chocolate for the best trainers, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That just means that it's not for me, though. Oh, here comes Tama. Also, I think it's whatever in this case. Fair. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I find that it's whatever as well. I just think that it's probably on purpose to be pieces of shit, because what we know of localizers these days. If that makes sense. Oh, there's Festive Miracle. Still think we're gonna catch up to her just fine. Or rather, not catch up, but that she's not gonna catch up with us. Whee! ウマ娘たちをねじ伏せレースを制した。勝ったのはタマモクロス。見たか、これが何話のドカンだよ。 Anything in the magazine that's new? No. I think. Yeah, no. UG Bourbon got 4th. Goes to show, not every UG you see is going to be an actual menace. Yeah. So here is exactly what I was talking about with people building horses for rating, but not actually building properly for the current CM. Concentration is alright, sure. We have frontrunner savvy and early lead with groundwork, all of this is good. And escape artist and homestretch haste are fine. Final push doesn't do shit in this race. Feature act is fine. We have swinging meister for stamina and Hanshin and right-handed, so this is all for groundwork. That's fine. Rushing Gale, why are we gambling this this acceleration skill when we could have Radiant Star in here instead? Firm Course Menace. We are not on a firm course. We are on soft. So it should be wet conditions. They have the capacity to make a very good horse, but instead they waste their skill points on these two shed skills for this race at least. Rushing Gale. I find that Rushing Gale is just not very good anyway, but on races where you have no other options, then you're gonna use what you're gonna use. But this is not a race where you don't have other options. And Firm Course Menace literally does nothing ever on this track. So, hooray, you got your UG. I hope she wins. In fact, does she win? Kind of. She seems to have about the same track record as my frontrunners. And yes, my own bourbon did beat her. I mean, she did have like 600 skill points worth of dead skills in that build. Like, sure, Rushing Gale can activate at a good time, but there's so many straights and corners in this race that having a gamble skill like that, or corner connoisseur, is just not gonna be very consistent at all.
4番タマモクロス2番人気です
Probably less consistently useful than even Bofa. And yes, I do see that vodka over there.
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは北サンブラック、1番ミホノブルボン、9番ミホノブルボン。先頭は北サンブラック、単身で飛ばしていきます。差がなく9番ミホノブルボン、9番ミホノブルボン。
Somebody, somewhere, is running some kind of early game-ish debuff.
各自自分のペースを保っているようですね。
And I have to wonder what it is.
快調に飛ばしていきます。さあ、花に立ったのは9番ミホノブルボン。このままリードすることができるか。続いて北サンブラック、2馬身3馬身開いて1番ミホノブルボン。まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。依然先頭は9番ミホノブルボン。続きました北サンブラック、後ろ1番ミホノブルボン。通常運転中、エラーを検知、巨大チョコ発見。たー副産物を取得しました。大きく離れて4番タマモクロス、その後ウォッカとどめをついて7番ゴールドシップ、すぐに続いて3番ゴールドシップ、後から5番タマモクロス。1個目のホームストレッチです。2馬身離れて成田大臣、意気揚々と先頭を行きます。1番
Hama is in
どう
4.
でしょうこの展開。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。一息つけるといいですが。
At this point, I think our best bet for that ulti is going to be Tama just speeding up and making it near the frontrunners and getting it off of the one that dies, which is likely to be my own Kita-san, but you know, we never know. Gold ship incoming. I saw that anchor. And so did you. Two of them. Because the other gold ship activated another gold ship on her way up. Oh yeah. We...
1番ミホノブルボン、彼女の客室には
Wait, what? Did the other Kita-san die? How is my one getting victory cheer now? The hell? Anyway, Tama is gone. She is running home. She's just booking it to go see her dad or something. I don't know. Point is, she's not here anymore. And those very scary gold ships are not catching up. Unstoppable those battleships may be. They were just not quite fast enough to catch up to us. And I can fucking see why. Oh, Staminator. This is what it was. It was restart. That was the early debuff. Dodging danger without prudent positioning is a choice. I guess they just like vodka. I'm not gonna fault them for running vodka here. Is she getting anything in the, Yeah, there she is. Are there any racers you have your sights on this time? There's this one I definitely don't want to lose to. But it's cool, because I'm gonna crash him anyway. I'm sorry to tell you, Vodka, but Daiwa Scarlet is not here. Your girlfriend is in another castle. Let's see. 4 fronts, and one of them is a normal bourbon. I hope she betrays them by being rushed or having a late start. And we have New Year Temo Prao as a pace chaser. I wonder why they're not running her as frontrunner. That would have been much better. Anyway. What was the hardest part of training for you? I once endured a grueling test of survival on a deserted island. There were no mirrors, not even an audience to applaud my efforts. So yeah, sometimes bourbon goes bucksheen to cafes with friends. Moving on. Late start. Good job, Kita-san. You know, I said that about bourbon, and now Kita-san was like, I'm doing it then. Oh, fuck you too, Kita-san. Surely, the Choco Bourbon is going to beat the lesser bourbon version, right? Right? Come on, Kita-san! Pass her! Pass the standard clanker! What's Tama doing? She's doing fine.
女の客室には合っていますね。
さあ1番日本のブルボンここで先頭です。1馬身差5番
Okay, okay, our Choco Bourbon is in front.
4番北さん
Never mind.
そして8番日本のブルボン。さあ1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていくウマ娘たち。現在1番手は5番北さんブラック。
The only saving grace is that the other clanker is not the one that she's fighting with. She's fighting with the Kita-san Black.
8番日本のブルボン。5番手にはデイエモン・ベラオ。2馬身3馬身開いて6番
Tama activated Radiant Star. Not the worst place to do it. Still get 2 out of 3 effects.
2周目の向こう正面各ウマ娘たちの
Same for Kita-san.
さらには1番日本の
Though
ブルボン。
it does not appear that that's going to put her in
4番
second place, so
8番日本のブルボン。
yeah.
その後専用マシン開いて6番ゴールドシップ。いくでいくでいくで。電光石火の白い稲妻とはうちのことや。残り1000メートルを通過。後からデイエモン・ベラオ。そしてタマモクロス5馬身離れて3番
There, Kita-san fucking flew off, but
意気揚々と先頭を行きます。5番北さん
we still have the possibility of our own menace doing something. Maybe.
まもなく第
I don't know why she's moving weird like that. I think she might be stuck.
まだ差がある。ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。ギリギリ
She's stuck in a gold ship that moved out.
最終コーナーを曲がって先陣を切ったのは5番北さんブラック。6番ゴールドシップ。食らいついていく。
That gold ship is running some crazy defense.
リードは6馬身。2番手争いは6番ゴールドシップ。タマモクロス。勝ったのは5番北さんブラック。見事な走りで
That gold ship is the fucking MVP of this race. This gold ship, this one, not the Kita-san. The Kita-san would have probably lost, but this gold ship, absolutely the MVP of the race. Not for actually being that great, though she is pretty good. Got long S, got Uma Stan, got Nimble Navigator and Straightaway Spurt. No. What she did was run to the left and just block Tama while she was accelerating. Absolute piece of shit. Cannot believe this. Trolled by gold. Actually, no, you know what? Never mind. I can't believe it. I can 100% believe it. Of course I would get trolled by gold ship. That's what I get for not running her. Grr. Man, I still can't believe Gold Ship just actually did that. Just ran to the left and spread her cheeks wide to catch Tama in between them.
1番
Fuck me.
タマモクロス。5番人気です。
いい感じに
Any fronts in here? One Choco
この子の持
Bourbon.
久力を見せつけるには絶好の舞台ですよ。
And then all end closers. Here we go. Sounds like a very Gold Ship thing to do. No, she had a bag.
足も
I like my version better.
スタートです。各馬娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
6番ニホノブルボンと8番ニホノブルボン、この2人が競り合っているぞ。長丁場のこのレース
I'm just saying, if Narita Taishin can break out the bag, then so can Tama.
激しい先頭争い。さらに8番ニホノブルボン、外から北三ブラック、大きく離れてオグリキャップ、そしてその後ろから行くのは2番ゴールドシップ、そしてタマモクロス、1馬身離れて
通常運転中。エラーを検知。巨大チョコ発見。たあ副産物を取得しました。
その後アルマイヤーベガ、少し後ろから5番ゴールドシップ、8番
Yeah, but getting caught in the bag is still a hindrance. Fair, but I still like my version better.
彼女の客室には合っていますね。
第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。先頭がやや速いのか。
As between my bourbon and their bourbon, as one might expect.
6番ニホノブルボン、ペースが速い。現在1番手は8番ニホノブルボン、1個目のホーム
My bourbon is now in front. And Tama is pacing down.
その後2番ゴールドシップ、後ろ
I need Tama to start activating skills again. We need her to sit on 7 to 6 place. Or, alternatively, we need her to move the fuck up all the way into like 4. That would also be very good. Very good indeed. Radiant Star and Professor Curvature. I think she heard me. Radiant Star from Kita-san now. It's kinda nice, but she's not close to the front, so... It's also a bit sad. The other Bourbon was in front, but my Bourbon's catching up to her in the final leg here. Tama's not moving up as fast as I would like her to. And she's on the inside. She might get booty blocked soon enough. Never mind. He is fine. Though we are losing to Gold Ship. It what it is. Yeah. You know what? Fair. It's a pretty good one. The speed not being maxed is probably what's hurting their rank. Which is why they're not double S, because they don't have any max stat, but that speed with long S is pretty much a wash with max speed. Fair enough. All in all, this appears to be a pretty average day. I think we have around a 50% win rate for the day. Hopefully, this means that tomorrow we win the finals. Watch me get third place. Let's see. What do you do to relax? I play claw machines. They're a good way to improve your concentration, and you get cute toys at the end of it too. You know what? Fair enough. Cute toys are very nice. Always. Yuji Taishin. Right-handed spring runner. Fair, fair. This doesn't work on this course, but alright. This being Let's Pump Some Iron. Professor Curvature, Swing Maestro, Straight Away, Encroaching Shadow, Daring Strike, Tail Held High, Masterful Gambit, the Encloser skills, Pressure and Ramp Up. With 1200, 1200 to 1200 and Long S. This one might end up being quite the menace. I think my Tama has a good chance to beat it. But it's not gonna be easy. Especially since my own Tama does not have long S. I may or may not also be seething that they have cafe and I don't.
その後5番タマモクロス、1馬審査マンハッタンカー、後から9番タマモクロス。
通常運転中エラーを検知。
One day she will be mine.
た副産物を取得しました。
そしてその後方には成田大使。まもなく第4コーナーカーブ、前から大きく開きました。隊列は縦長になっています。
仕掛けどころの難しいレースになりそうですね。
順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番手はニコノブルボ、続きました7番北サンブランク、2番北サンブランク、ここにいた。その後から里のダイヤモンド、後ろ5番タマモクロス、1周目のスタンド前にかかっていく。1馬身離れて6番タマモクロス、その後ろからマンハッタンカーフ、1馬審査9番タマモクロス、さらに成田大使。意気揚々と先頭を行きますニホノブルボ。どうでしょうこの展開。
かかってしまっているかもしれません。一息つけるといいですが。
依然先頭はニホノブルボ、続いて2番北サンブランク、1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かう。さらにニホノブルボ、外から2番北サンブランク、後ろ7番北サンブランク、大きく離れて里のダイヤモンド、そして5番タマモクロス、2馬身3馬身開いて6番タマモクロス、さらには9番タマモクロス、その内並んで成田大使、マンハッタン
My
カー
front runners are keeping those front positions. Tama is moving up well. She is on 6th, so we know that she can activate her ulti. I would just like to actually see it soon.
1馬審査2番。
さあお待たせ、お祭り娘。
No victory cheers for you other horses.
わっしゃいわっしゃい。
その外並んで7番北
Radiant star from Kita-san right at the start of the late race. Here comes Tama with her ulti.
宝石化の白い稲妻とはうちのことや。
4番手里のダイヤモンド、3馬身離れて5番タマモクロス、そしてその外から
And Nimble Navigator, the other front runner fucking died. Radiant star out of both of my other horses at a relatively good spot.
馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
この直線で勝負が決まるとまだ差がある。ここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか。
If the other end closers had any other acceleration skills, this would have equalized them. Bourbon is booking it, but there is also another Tamamo cross right on our heels. Will we be able to do it?
わずかに体勢有利か。勝ったのはミホノブルボ。
速度の最適化に成功。
Choco Bourbon for the win. Get fucked, other Tama. And the one that we thought was going to be an enemy menace. Yuji on 7th. Talk about RNG, eh? It's their much worse statted Tama that was much better. You almost got enemy Tama. Yes, I did almost get that, but it didn't happen, so... Whatever.
Master, 感謝を。
Alrighty. I believe that yes, that was the last entry for today. Let us see what our win rate looks like. Also, the win rate between Kita-san and Bourbon has pretty much equalized. Tama is still holding very strong in front of the win rate pack, let's say, with a massive 42%, 42.5. Let's see. Well, we end the second day with a 77.3% win rate. Today was a little shaky, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. Our win rate only dropped by like 8%. So, honestly, pretty good win rate for what it is. I think we have we probably have a good chance. Thank you for the food break, Foxy. I think we have a good chance at winning the CM. Obviously, we'll have to see, but I think it's likely that it'll happen. In any case, I'll go have some food and find someone to raid. So, thank you all very much for being here and for watching and for being cool. Lurkers, you're also very much appreciated as always. And I will be seeing you all again. Either whenever the last round happens, though I think it's gonna happen on Monday, so I'll see you all Monday with Monster Hunter Stories. Bye!